What's good? This is JVB representing SPD, and that is sportsperDiem.com. Oh, happy day. I would sing the song, but that's all I'm going to say. Oh, happy day. The Reinsdorfs are finally making a change in the Bulls front office with the Chicago Bulls hiring Denver Nuggets general manager, bear with me, Arturas Karnisovas. And I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't think I am, but I'm going to call him Arturas. So the Bulls pick up Arturas, the former general manager from the Denver Nuggets. He was involved in drafting Nikola Jokic, Gary Harris, Jamal Murray, Malik Beasley, Monte Morris, Michael Porter Jr., and so forth. But he was able to draft these young guys. They played well. They meshed well. And before the whole corona situation and the NBA being postponed, the Nuggets were like 20-some games over 500. He's a former basketball player as well, representing Lithuania, playing for their national team. So Arturas knows what he's doing. And that's something that, for us Bulls fans, we haven't had that distinct honor to say that our front office knows exactly what they're doing, because this front office has made some questionable decisions, to say the least. The firing of Tom Thibodeau, bringing in Fred Hoiberg, we saw how that worked out. Then you had the little yes man of Jim Boylen, who is currently the Bulls head coach. He came in after that, and he's even worse than Fred Hoiberg was, but the only reason he got his job is because he's cool with John Paxson and Gar Forman. And that ain't how it should be, especially if you ain't no good at what you're doing. But now with Arturas here, taking over for John Paxson, becoming the new Chicago Bulls executive vice president, things are going to change. And if it's any franchise right now that needed something like this, besides the New York Knicks, which is a dumpster fire, it's the Chicago Bulls. The fans here in Chicago despise John Paxson, despise Gar Forman, because they've been getting away with murder for such a long time. They've been so incompetent at what they do. It's like they barely want to get by. It's like they barely want to be 500, and they cool with that. They don't have aspirations of becoming a legit title contender. They just care about making the playoffs. They just care about being 40-42, be the 8th seed, get swept by the Milwaukee Bucks, and they cool with that because they made a little bit of extra money in revenue. That's what they care about. They weren't about hiring the best minds of basketball, the best scouts, the best data guys. They weren't about getting their hands dirty with stuff like that. But now I believe that's all going to change with Arturas Karnisovas here. He's a younger, smarter basketball man who gets it. He already going out hiring his staff already. Yes, he's going to hire a couple of guys from the Nuggets organization, but he's not bringing them over because, oh, yeah, that's my boys, I want to hook them up with a job. He's not bringing them over because, oh, his wife cool with my wife. Let me bring him over to Chicago. Let me give him a job. No, he bringing them over because they know basketball. John Paxson's a very passionate guy, but it was clear as day that a change needed to be made. John Paxson good. He got the Reinsdorfs. They love him. He's been a part of this Bulls organization for as long as I've been alive, longer than I've been alive. Damn near 40 years he's been a part of this Bulls organization as a player, assistant coach, broadcaster, general manager, and executive vice president. He's been here for longer than a lot of us have been alive. But John Paxson is good. If he wants to stay a part of the organization in some capacity, he'll be Gucci. I don't know so much about Gar Forman, though. He may have to go ahead and sell that house. And while he's doing that, he might as well pass that realtor's number over to Jim Boylen, because his ass going to be gone too. The only reason Jim Boylen had the job from the get-go was because he was cool with Gar Forman and John Paxson. He was John Paxson's little snitch. That may have been him sitting on the sideline, sitting at the Bulls bench, but that was all John Paxson. He was the puppet all along. John Paxson was pulling the strings. But Jim Boylen definitely should be gone. He is not a good coach. These players have not improved at all. Zach LaVine, Laurie Marketing, Wendell Carter Jr., Kobe White, they have quality young players on their team. But for some reason, these guys can't get over the hump. You know why? Because they're not growing. Yes, Zach LaVine is averaging 25, 26 points a game, but he's taking how many shots a game? They're not even really running an offense, man. They basically playing YMCA ball, rec league ball. That's what they doing. You could be on whatever side of the argument you want to be on, regardless of coaching making the players or players making the coach. But in this case, for this young team, this team needs a coach who knows what the hell they doing. A coach who's going to put their players in the best position possible. Lauri Markkanen is too talented. And yes, he could be soft at times, but Lauri Markkanen is too talented to set a screen, and then he drifting back to the three-point line, and he just stand there. While Zach LaVine dribbling the ball all around, Kobe White dribbling the ball all around, Lauri Markkanen just standing over there looking like a damn fool. This team needs a coach that's going to bring out the most of these players so we can know who can play and who can't play. The last thing you want to do is to keep drafting these young guys in the top 10, wasting them away, and then they go over to another team and they flourishing. They playing up to their potential. You don't want that. But I'm sure Arturas is well aware about that. He's going to clean out the coaching staff just like they do in the front office. For a long time, this was one of the most popular franchises in the NBA. And don't get me wrong, you know, there's still Bulls fans across the world because of Michael Jordan, because of the 90s and everything that they did. And, of course, you had Derrick Rose here. There's still Bulls fans around the world, but this team has been a laughingstock. It's embarrassing as hell when you got the national media talking about you, as well as the local sports media. The Fire John Pax billboards, all the blogs, the articles, the news segments on the radio, YouTube, everywhere. It's embarrassing. So it's good that the Reinsdorfs finally came to their damn senses and they want to make a change. And with this hiring of Arturas Karnisovas, I think it's a good start. I mean, nobody having a parade about this, but it's a great start. It's something that we've been looking forward to for a very, very long time. But I'm out. Like the video and share the video. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, take it easy. God bless. Peace.